The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rekahakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles, my bishops, my elders, a great millstone. I want to give double honors to the high priest elders that taught those men. Salutations to you brothers that are presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice, pushing the gospel of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, through the four corners of the earth, and to the believers that believe on the testimony of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, out of the mouths of the prophets. To you I say Shalom. This is Brother Bauman Locke at the Great Millstone Camp, Austin, coming at you with a quick lesson. And this is just going to be a lesson lamb back off the lesson we did last night. The brothers, we did a lesson on our Thursday night live, and we was going into, the Esau Edom, the so-called self-professed white man, the deceiver, that serpent, that devil, Diablos, and what? Satanas. That what? And he's a slanderer, man. He's a slanderer. These are all the physical characteristics of Esau Edom, the so-called self-professed white man, woman, and child. But more specifically, we're talking about the elite. The elite. So when I read out, I'm coming out of the book Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9 again, it says what? It said, the thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. And the lesson we're going into it, man, is that, Esau Edom, man, there was nothing new under the sun. In 2019, they had the plague, when the plague hit in 2019, the thing that Esau Edom sold you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, well, one of the main things he sold you was that we are all one people. We're all one people, and the faucet, the faucet said, he told you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that, the jump shot, it's not gonna keep you from getting sick. It's gonna keep the people around you from getting sick. I want you to say that shit to yourself about 5 or 6 times and see that it make any sense. He said it's not gonna keep you from getting sick. It's gonna keep the people from around you from getting sick. Now I want you to sit there and marinate on that, that double talk. See, but they sold it to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans under the disguise that, oh, it's gonna help, and that we're all one people. And they tried this we're all one people in the Maccabean period, man. Under what? Antiochus Epiphanes. He said, he tried to make everybody come under, to leave their laws and everybody can be one people. But we're a great people, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, because we were given the law, statutes, commandments. The book of Deuteronomy 76 said, for thou art holy people unto the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, thy power. The Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. So how we going to be one people when we above all people on the face of the earth, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans? But Esau Edom, that serpent, that enchanter, that Diablos, that devil, and that Satanas, that old serpent, the devil, and Satan himself, man, he deceived y'all, man. He give y'all the enchantment. He can deceive y'all just as he did, in the Garden of Eve, man, when he beguiled Eve. He gonna do the same thing to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans when he bring about this Revelation 13 to 16. He gonna do the same thing. He gonna deceive y'all, cause that's what the serpent do. He gonna give you some smooth ass words. Matter of fact, I read this last night. We're gonna read it again. But let me get this, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. That's one thing. See, all these things, one way or another, don't happen before, man. And Esau Edom, he's always been behind, always trying to make everybody one people. See, we're only one people, when things are not going right. But when things are going right for Esau Edom, they always want to be what? White supremacy. They always want to be the head. And you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, are always the tail. So you got to understand, man. I read Deuteronomy. I ain't read it. Well, I know it by heart. Deuteronomy 7:6. So we're above all the people on the face of the earth, man. But Esau Edom always come in that shit. You know, we can all be one people. And he going to sell that MOT to the beat to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're all one people. Matter of fact, I did this AI thing about, you know, about the devil. And it says, matter of fact, there it go right here. I'm going to read this AI overview. You know, these are characteristics of Esau Edom, you know, who is the physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan. It said, based on theological and spiritual perspective, the concept that the devil or enemy target human weaknesses. And who got more weaknesses than you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans? And you shouldn't. But what? We in these old wretched bodies here in Babylon the Great, you know, we at our lowest form because what we rejected the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in his ways. So he turned his back on us for a time period of time. But now that he raised back up the prophets in Babylon, and what we're telling you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, that you are that great people that's spoken of in the book of Deuteronomy 7:6. But y'all reject that because y'all want to be one people with Esau Edom. Y'all want to be y'all want to be in alignment with Esau Edom in these last days. And it says what? The devil target human weaknesses such as fear, pride, and greed. And y'all was so fearful, y'all was scared of y'all shadow during the plague of the 19th period. Y'all was scared of y'all shadow. And again, you know, the water faucet said, hey, the concoction, it's not gonna stop you from getting sick. It's gonna stop the people around you from getting sick. And again, marinate on that, man. That double talk. And y'all was scared. It's human weakness such as fear, pride, greed, habitual sin, a common theme of spiritual warfare. Key insights on the subject includes what? The enemy focuses on the area where a person is most susceptible, such as anger, lust, insecurities, to create opportunities for a downfall. And Esau Edom is going, what? Your insecurity is what? When your stomach start touching your back, food insecurities, you know, job insecurities, you know, in this time period. Esau Edom is what? He going to say, hey, I got something for you. You know, I got this. All you got to do is take this chip that's spoken of in the book of Revelation 13:16, that charagma. All you got to do is take it and everything going to be all right. We all going to be one people. But when you take that chip, you're going to be separating yourself from your power, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And you're going to be saying that Esau Edom, specifically the elite banking family, that they're going to be your God. That they're going to be your God. So y'all, and many of 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are y'all already turned the light off on the names of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and we're telling y'all that the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in the earth right now. But y'all don't turn the light off. No, that's not his name, because y'all stuck on stupid, because y'all stuck on JC. But Esau, he played on your insecurities, your vulnerabilities, you know, during the 19 plague. Hey, he gave y'all what? I think up in Maryland, he offered the niggas a blunt. I think down in Atlanta, he gave you niggas a turkey and $100. I think in some parts of the country, he offered you niggas what? McDonald's, a Happy Meal. See, because he know that your weaknesses. That was y'all weaknesses, man. Damn, we want to go into McDonald's and get us a Happy Meal. Who wouldn't want a Happy Meal? Or who wouldn't want $100? Or who wouldn't want a blunt? Because he know you niggas love to get high. But hey, if you take it, we all gonna be one people. You getting me sick. You know, we all take the concoction, you know, the jump shot. We all can protect each other because we all one people. So it's always we all one people, you know, when some shit hitting the fan. And again, there's no new thing under the sun. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Psalms, because this is Esau Edom. Just what Psalms 55 and verse 21. It said the words in his mouth were smoother than butter. Hey, he'll go $100, take the concoction. Hey, he'll go a Happy Meal, take the concoction. Hey, he'll go a joint, he'll go a blunt, you know, take the concoction. Hey, he gonna offer y'all these same things, man, you know, to take that what? Revelation 13:16. It said, but war was in his hearts. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. See, his words are softer than oil. but yet were they drawing swords, man. That's Esau, Edom. Hey, we're gonna what? Y'all gonna have to what? Join hand in hand with MAGA. Y'all gonna have to join hand in hand with MAGA. See, all these things don't happen before, man. There's nothing new under the sun. That's why it came out of the book of Ecclesiastes. We're gonna go right to the Maccabean period. And I don't want to start at 36. We're gonna go to First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 30, and then we're gonna jump down. It said, I just read Psalms 55 and 21, right? It's the same thing, that this is a time period of what? Antiochus Epiphanes. When he was getting ready to try to get Israel, for everybody to be what? One people, man. It said, and spake peaceable words unto them, unto you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans in Jerusalem, but all was deceit. Why? Because the smooth words. He wanted what? That old serpent, the devil, and Satan himself. Because during this time period, you can go read it. For when they had given him credence, and that word credence goes into what? When they had given them their trust, their faith, given, what Antiochus Epiphanes, their credence, their trust, their faith. He said, for when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people in Israel. I have a hard time with that word destroyed. Much people in Israel. So if we jump down to jump down. Yeah, verse 41. It said, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to the whole kingdom, the whole realm, because he had during this time period, he conquered Ptolemy, in Egypt, right? And all should be one people. So everybody, there's no new thing under the sun, man. And that's what Esau, Edom gonna tell her, hey, we all just one people. One people, that all should be one people. It will never be one people. I just read, I read it out loud, Deuteronomy 76, paraphrasing. Again, Deuteronomy 76, how can a people that is better than all people upon the face of the earth be one people with the heathens? You can't. You can't. So all that should be one people. Verse 42, it said, and everyone should leave his laws. We was the only one that given the law, statute, commandments to you Negro, Latinos, and Native American, Israel. Yasharallah, we was the only ones giving the law, statute, commandments. So he was saying, everybody leave their laws and just follow our customs. And we can just create one custom where everybody can just do as thou will. And that's the thing about America, Babylon the Great. Its name is confusion, Babal. It's confusion in itself. Babal, confusion, man. So it said everyone should leave his laws, so that the heathens agreed according to the commandments of the king. So the heathens agreed, So now what happened? 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, they say, hey, yeah, we can do that shit too. Verse 43, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. And verse 44, for the king had sent letters by messenger, unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judea, that they should follow the strange laws of the land. And one of the strange laws of the land, this is going to be a strange law, man. Let's get it. This is a strange ass law. Let's go. The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark of the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it's the number of a man, and his number is 666. That's a strange that's a strange custom, man. When you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all gonna consent to a strange ass custom so that Esau, Edom, and the elite, more specifically the elites, can be y'all God. Because once you take that mark, you don't separate yourself from the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Hawashai. And I said earlier, many of you already don't separate yourself because y'all turned the light off. And I mean, to turn the light off is to your understanding. Y'all don't turn the light off like y'all don't even want to accept the names of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Hawashai. So when Esau bring out that MOT to the B, and we in that time period of the MOT to the B, they have the technology. We can roll over tomorrow morning and they can say they're going to start making it mandatory. That's how close we are. And y'all, 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all going to take that damn MOT to the B. And y'all going to separate yourselves from y'all power. And y'all essentially saying that Esau, Edom, you are our God now. The elite banking family, more specifically. You are our God now. Now we don't even want to hear nothing. Esau, Edom, once y'all do that, he going to say, hey, man, y'all in, land of confusion, but ball, now you can just do anything you want. So y'all niggas ain't going to be able to gather up in a circle and be talking about now y'all want to believe on the names of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Y'all not even going to be able to call on y'all so-called Jesus. Because what? When y'all took that chip, y'all said that y'all made a covenant with death. Y'all made a covenant with Esau, Edom, that he was your God now. And many of you already believe that he your God because he don't give you that white supremacist image of so-called JC. See, this is a time when you should be separating yourself, man. This is a time when you should be walking circumspectly. This is a time, matter of fact, we're going to close it out here. This is a time where you need to be vigilant. Let's go to 1 Peter. The book of 1 Peter, chapter 5 and verse 8, it says what? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, the serpent, devil, Diablos, and what? And Satanas. Your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. When you take that MOT to the B, you already devoured. It's time for you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to repent. Call on the names of the Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, so that you can possibly save yourselves and your household. So I'm going to close it out there. I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles, my bishops, my elders of Great Millstone. Double honors to the high priest elders that taught those men. And salutations to you brothers that are presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice, pushing the gospel of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, through the four corners of the earth. Shalom.